Hi, guys. Welcome to Classic Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe. Thank you very much. Today's video is on some of the nastiest breakups in country music history. Now, I'm not talking about husband-wife, boyfriend-girlfriend. I'm talking about bands or duos, and some of them get pretty nasty. Let's take a look. Start with Brooks and Dunn's breakup. Brooks and Dunn appeared to be as close as brothers during their commercial run together, and they stunned the country world when they abruptly announced their breakup in 2009. The duo admitted later that they'd had friction for years, to the point where they had recorded separately for albums and entertained the possibility of calling it quits years earlier. They gave their fans a farewell tour, but Ronnie Dunn confessed that he was ready to walk away without doing it. After years apart and several solo projects, the duo reunited in 2015 for a series of Vegas shows with Reba McEntire. Dolly Parton leaves Porter Wagner. They were successful together in the 60s and 70s, but when Dolly left Porter Wagner's band in 74, after writing I Will Always Love You for him, he filed a breach of contract suit. Later, Dolly revealed that things were often tense, citing that she says was his chauvinism. They reconciled before Wagner died in 2007. Kristen Hall leaves Sugarland. Sugarland originally consisted of 3 members when they hit it big in 2005. But by the next year, Kristen Hall had departed for unspecified reasons. In 2008, she filed a $1.5 million lawsuit against her former bandmates, claiming that she had been unfairly deprived of money owed to her. That lawsuit was settled out of court in 2010, and the terms were not disclosed. Mark Herndon departs from Alabama. Drummer Mark Herndon joined Alabama a year before they hit it big, and he stayed with them until their farewell tour in 2003 and 2004. In his autobiography, he reveals that he was never a full profit participant in the group and was paid as little as $45,000 during some of their peak years. Alabama sued him in 2008, claiming overpayment of royalties from the farewell tour. And in 2013, singer Randy Owen disavowed him in an interview, brushing him off as a sideman. Everly Brothers. The Everly Brothers were one of the most important acts of the early rock era and helped bring the country and rock genres together with a string of iconic hit singles. Off stage, they battled frequently, and in '73, their differences came to a head on stage. In one of the most famous breakups in history, Don Everly smashed his guitar and walked off stage during a show, bringing the duo to an end. Despite periodic brief reunions, the brothers are still estranged at the time of Phil Everly's death in 2014. The Mavericks. They fire Robert Reynolds. The Mavericks was one of the most acclaimed groups of the 1990s, disbanded in '99 and reunited in 2013 to tour to support their 25th anniversary. In December of 2014, they announced they had fired longtime bassist Robert Reynolds, claiming that he was struggling with addiction so badly that he has resorted to scamming the money from fans online. Allman Brothers fire Dickie Betts. The Allman Brothers have had an unusually turbulent history, surviving the deaths of multiple members, struggles with addiction, and more over the course of the decades. The iconic Southern group has had its share of conflict and was done so bad as that which resulted in guitarist Dickie Betts being fired in 2000. Greg Allman called Betts a bully in his autobiography and claimed his drinking and bullying caused his ouster from the group. He was still on the outs with the other members when they went their separate ways in 2014. A Lone Star part with John Rich. Lone Star's first 2 records featured bassist, songwriter, and vocalist John Rich. He was fired from the band prior to the breakthrough with the multi-platinum Lonely Grill in 1999. Neither party has ever explained the firing, but Rich later admitted he was very resentful for a period afterward. But it turned out for the best. He went on to co-found Big and Rich and was carved a multifaceted career as a performer, songwriter, producer, and multimedia personality. The Eagles. The Eagles are a group whose onstage squabbles had become as much a part of the legend as the music they made together. Country rock pioneers held it together until '80, and they went their separate ways amid a great deal of acrimony. They reunited in '94 for the comically titled Hell Freezes Over album and tour. and remained together until Glenn Frey's death in 2016, but not without one final bump. 2001, lead guitarist Don Felder was fired from the group, prompting an acrimonious lawsuit and a tell-all book about the group's inner workings. Oak Ridge Boys fired William Lee Golden. Oak Ridge Boys were one of the country music's first crossover successes, but by '87, the relationship with singer William Lee Golden had turned sour. They fired him over lifestyle differences. Golden sued the group for a reported $40 million, and they replaced him with another singer. But unlike most bitter breakups, this one had a happy ending. Golden returned to the group in '96, and they have experienced a career resurgence since then, continuing on with a series of releases and annual concerts for another 20 years and still going strong. There you go. Believe me, being in a band can sometimes be very tense. You're around these people constantly. But most times, well, if it's like mine, the band I was in, it was like a family. You're going to fight. You're going to argue. But like I said, families want to always come back together, that type thing. And I guess sometimes it doesn't for like these guys. I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe now. Shall I wait while you do? Okay, go ahead, subscribe. I'm watching. Good. Now click the bell. Nicely done. Have a great day. God bless you, and I will be praying for you.